Alrighty guys, and welcome back to a brand new video, and today we are doing a Denver Nuggets off-season rebuild after being eliminated in the second round by the Oklahoma City Thunder in 7 games. So I'm recording this right after the game, and honestly, man, they started off good in the first half, or I guess the first quarter, I should say, in the first couple minutes of the second quarter, but in the second quarter, like the last couple of minutes. I don't know what happened, man. A bunch of turnovers, and stuff happened, man. Stuff really happened. At the end or in the second half, it was just a blowout towards the fourth quarter, and it just wasn't obviously comebackable at all, obviously. So, I'm gonna be honest though. Aaron Gordon was injured, but I feel like that wouldn't really change anything. He had a calf strain. He decided to play through it. But I guess even though he played through it, they still ended up losing. But I'll give it to Aaron Gordon. Incredible season this year, obviously. He developed one of the reliable three-point shot, 43% from three, after he was not a really good three-point shooter for the rest of his career. He's now a really good three-point shooter. And obviously, they still have Nikola Jokic, they still have Jamal Murray. So this team will be back in the playoffs, but we might see a lot of different changes with the team because Michael Porter Jr. already had like a shoulder injury, but he was awful, man. He was not good in the playoffs by any means. I don't think he even averaged 10 points in the playoffs. He was bad. So I don't hate trading him in this rebuild, probably right now in the off season, but we'll definitely see what we do. I think we keep Jokic and Murray. I don't think it's really their fault. Murray's obviously one of the best playoff risers I've seen. But like I said, we'll probably keep the team relatively the same. But David Adelman, I'm guessing they'll probably keep him as the head coach. Or wait, this is not David Adelman. Who is? Hold up. I'm gonna see if I get David Adelman back. I don't know where he would be, but I'm gonna see if I get him back. So is it team? I don't know. I'm gonna see if I get David Adelman. But for some reason, he's actually not here. So yeah, Adelman is nowhere to be found for some reason. So I don't actually know where he is. So yeah, looks like we won't be getting David Adelman. So if there's anybody else we can hire, I don't know why he's not here. I don't know why Tuka doesn't have him in here. So we possibly get Mike Budenholzer to coach the Nuggets as we're gonna get him. So Mike Budenholzer will be a great replacement for Michael Malone. So honestly, I'll take that. I'll honestly really take that. So Mike Budenholzer, don't hate the idea of that. Maybe if the Nuggets don't want to resign Adelman, I don't know if he was the head coach or not. I don't know if it was an interim job. I think it was, but okay, we don't have a first round pick in there. Let's trade it to player options. So Christian Braun will accept. Russell Westbrook does decline that $3 million player. I feel like he definitely accept that because I feel like he was really good off the bench for the Nuggets at times. He had some really clutch threes, but he'll decline it. Watson, Strawther, and Sarge accepts, but obviously this team is above the second apron, so it's going to be hard to make moves as well. Then Westbrook, I'm not paying him $27 million, so at least not at this point of his career. He's not going to get $27 million. And then Jordan and Black Oak Car, two guys are probably not re-signed. We got Murray, Jalen Pickett. We got Christian Braun, Julian Strawther. We got Michael Porter, Peyton Watson, and we have Aaron Gordon, Deron Holmes. They're rookie this year. He will be back, so that's obviously huge for them. And then we got Nikola Jokic, Zeke Naji, and Dario Saric. So I'd love to upgrade this bench a lot. I love to upgrade the backup center spot as well. I love to upgrade a lot of things. So we don't really have much money to do it, though, but we can sign some guys. I don't think I'll sign Jalen Williams literally after what happened. If we can give like Kevon Looney a backup center role, that should be kind of really solid. So a minimum 1 year deal. Then we can also sign like Bryce Sensabaugh. But is that really what we need here? I mean, we could just sign him and have Watson play power forward, and then we could do that. But I feel like Deron Holmes might be back. Or we sign Justin Champagnie. I need to sign one of those guys. One of those guys that got cut. We want to go after Bryce or Justin Champagnie. So honestly, you really like the idea of getting Bryce Sensabaugh. Obviously, he has potential to be a really good 3-and-D player for us. So I'd love to get him. So Bryce Sensabaugh and Kevon Looney will be our first free agency signings. And already, I don't know why Bryce Sensabaugh is here, but he's here, and that'll be our signing. So we'll take that, as that'll make this look a little better. So we'll have to figure out, obviously, what we're going to do. Play progression, we'll decide that, but I'd love to get a backup point guard as well. But let's take our finances. So $200 million. Obviously not great. So but they're second apron by a lot. So let's see if we can get like a backup point guard. Westbrook, if he's not asking for a lot on day 12, I don't think he's going to accept another minimum contract, so never mind. If we can get like Monte Morris, I don't know why Derrick Rose is still here. He's obviously retired at this point, but Monte Morris in the minimum contract will be our last move, and then we'll announce everybody else because they probably won't be coming back. All right, play progression. We're not going to trade Michael Porter Jr. yet. I might trade him when he's an expiring contract, so we can have a lot more value for him. That's kind of what I'm thinking of. I don't really see a team that I want to pay $40 million on Michael Porter Jr., especially after the playoff series. It's out. He probably have to build his value back up. You know what I don't want to do. So, but I don't know why Jokic, Murray, and Porter are both regressing. They're both in their prime age. Strawther's up, though. Sensabaugh, Looney is regressing. So Zeke Naji and Looney. I guess Zeke Naji might be the backup power forward. We'll see how this rotation will look like at the very end of the day. But like I said, if we need to trade Porter at the trade line, if we're not good, we'll definitely do it. Obviously, we didn't do much in the offseason. We couldn't really do much, but we lost Westbrook, which that'll so we have Jamal Murray, Christian Braun, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, Nikola. That's obviously one of the best starting fives in the league. Sensabaugh, Julius Strawther, Peyton Watson, Looney, and Zeke Naji. So they want to play Zeke Naji over. They're both in the rotation. I only see the point of having them both in. So if we can get so Javon Holmes is really still hurt, dude. Okay, he's torn ACL. I really didn't expect him to be still injured, but so I guess we'll go ahead and kick Zeke Naji out, and we'll get in like Monte Morris. So Monte Morris will get the 10th, or we can just run a 9-man rotation, but I guess we'll get a backup guard in there. All right, playmaking off the bench, shot tendencies. Nikola Jokic, obviously, and Jamal Murray will take the shots. The third guy, don't really know what that's going to be yet. I guess Gordon could probably take a little bit more shots. And then Christian Braun, we need him to be like a good 3-and-D player for us. And then, all right, I'll see you guys now up there. Probably at the trade line for us to make a move because usually this Nuggets team doesn't perform well at 2K without shaking up this roster a little bit. Nikola Jokic is your MVP, averages 25-point triple-double, so yeah. Ricky goes to Cooper Flag in Dallas, 6-man going to Malik Monk. He averaged 20 points per game off the bench for Sacramento. We had Giannis with defensive player, most of them going to Scoot Henderson, clutch player going to Paulo Banchero. Coach you're going to Chris Finch. All-NBA first team, Jokic, All-NBA second team, All-NBA third team. Here's all defensive first team. All defensive second team. We're going to have any rookies playing, but we ended up being the 4th seed this year. We got Sacramento around one. So it's like the Kings are actually a pretty good team. We had about 25, 12, and 10 from Nikola Jokic, so obviously really good season from him. We had about 21 from Jamal Murray with 5 assists. We had 13 from Strawther. So Strawther being the third best scorer, so he turned to a really good player for us. That's amazing. Shot 36% from 3 as well. Shout out to Julian Strawther, man. We had 13 from Bryce Sensabaugh, so yeah, it was a really good idea to sign him, honestly. So he'll be a part of the future. Aaron Gordon with 13 points, and he shot 41% from 3 as well. Porter Jr. only averaged 10 points this year, one of the lows of his career. They shoot 38% from 3, but I think he's a guy who definitely move on from. Christian Braun with 10, so it'll be interesting to see how much we pay him in the offseason. But 8 from Watson, 5 from Monte Morris. So, all right, we now need to shrink the rotation down to an 8-man rotation. So 8-man rotation, bench utilization will go down. Obviously, Mike Budenholzer is the new head coach in Denver. So here we go. We got Sacramento round 1. So Keon Ellis, Zach LaVine. I'm guessing LaVine he only averaged 18. DeRozan didn't really do much either. Murray, it was literally Malik Monk carrying the scoring. So we'll see how this goes. Game 1, they're going to take game 2. It'll be embarrassing if we lose the team. We're up 2-1, even up 2-2. We're up 3-2, and we're going to go to a sweaty. Of course, we're going to go a sweaty game 7 with this team. So let's just hope we get out of here. No sweats. Actually, no sweat. Never mind. So we got it. As we're going to blow them out in game 7, 140-94. 42 from Jamal Murray. So, yeah, you probably do this in the playoffs. 29 from Jokic. 25 from Gordon. 13 from Porter. 13 from Braun. 10 from Sensabaugh. 5 and 3 from Watson. All right. We're in the second round as we got Anthony Edwards in the Minnesota Timberwolves. This could have been a potential conference finals matchup, but obviously the Thunder ended up winning in 7. So I guess we get to see what would happen now. So obviously they got Bobby Portis somehow, and they also ended up getting Luke Gordon in free agency. Game one, oh, they're gonna take. Game two, they're gonna take. Game three, we're gonna take. Can we even up the series 2-2? Cause it would suck to go home in the second round for 3 straight years in a row. That's looking like that might happen. So we're gonna get blown out. Anthony Edwards with 43, Randall with 35. So I think we're gonna go home here, unless we can hopefully force the game seven, but we'll see. So if we can win this game, okay, we're gonna win this one. So 120 to 104, 46 from Jamal Murray, 40 from Ant. So can we go ahead and force the game seven? We're in Denver now, so it should be easier. Obviously, we have the lead right now. Let's keep it, and hopefully we can run away with it. Don't let up this lead, which we're not. Okay, 120 to 99. So game seven in Minnesota. Let's put up a fight here and at least not get blown out. Let's win this game, man. We have the lead right now. Hopefully we can keep it and run away with it. We're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to take it back as looks like the Timberwolves might be running away with this one. Unless, yeah, we're going to lose. Damn, bro. We had it. I really think we had it, man, but I'm going to lose. Ant just had an incredible playoff series. Randall also played good. Man, we had a chance. We had a really solid chance, but we're gonna lose in 7 games in the second round again. But how did the playoff stats look like? This will prove a lot. Who do we resign right now? So playoff stats: Jokic had a triple double, 28 points. Jamal Murray 25, 14 from Gordon. Okay, 13 from Braun. Porter Jr. had a better playoff series, but I still think his money becomes valuable. And obviously, Minnesota goes on to win the championships. LeBron James will retire. All these guys are retiring. Steph Curry's going to call it quit as well as James Harden. So I don't expect that to happen, but okay. In the draft lottery, I did fix all the picks, so everything is completely how it's supposed to be. Washington will get one. We don't have to fix it anymore. So Mike Budenholzer, probably keep him. We have the 24th overall pick in the draft. But heading in the draft night, like I said, let's look at our team finances. So we might actually be below the second apron because it goes up by I think 10% every year. So we might be below it. If we probably dump off a guy like Saric, we might be below it even more. Or Saric isn't even on the team anymore. So, or wait, Z Najee. Do we have cap holds at the moment? We do. We have a bunch of them. So we probably won't be bringing back. So Saric 7 million could go. Morris's, Looney. I want to be below it now so we can entice it and pick it. Could probably go as well. It might be good depth for the future. I don't think we'll be like re-signing them, and then Deron Holmes could probably come back. But I think we'll leave it like that for now. Let's look at it now. Does it make it better? No. But I still think we might be below the second apron because it goes up by 10% every year. I think it's 180 million now. So yeah, we might be below it. We might be just below it. So I think we could probably make a trade now using Michael Porter Jr.'s contract. And we obviously have to make some move now. So let's see what we can do using my MPJ's contract. Let's see what we get in return. Gonna see if we can sign and trade Michael Porter Jr. to the Atlanta Hawks, or not just sign. They're not signing trade. I'm not talking about. I wonder if they get a trade on Yankee Kongwu for Michael Porter. I think they have the money to do it as well. So yeah, we swap Michael Porter Jr. for Kongwu basically, and then they also take on like one of the younger guys we have. Maybe we could just maybe swap this. So we'll offer this, see what they say. Say no. Those Zeke Naji in there. It's pretty good value to them to decline. I'll be willing to throw maybe a second as well, so they still say no. What about this 23 and protect the first? So we're going all in here, but I feel like we could throw Deron Holmes there if you know he's going to be a rotational piece, but I still believe in him to hopefully develop. I'm offering this. They agree. So Kongwu, we give up a lot, but I feel he'd be the perfect backup center. He can rim protect. He can shoot. He can do a lot of good things. But by the way, what is his? Okay, so he can inside scoring, post defense, all that stuff. So yeah, he'll be good. And he also looked at his blocks. Yeah, does average a block per game, so he can rim protect at high level. So Kongwu is a good backup center to trade for him. And now we would have to fill out the rest of this stuff. But I feel like now we re-signed Christian Brown to a pretty respectable contract. So 3 years, 22 million. It's fine with me. Didn't really have an incredible season, but his value comes to obviously he can provide some value. Now I wonder if he get paid Watson for 9 million, 2 years, so 22 million, then Pickett on a minimum. we'll do that. And then anybody we can sign at free agency. Jamal Shed as a backup doesn't seem too bad. So the guys getting released are actually helping us out a ton. So we have to obviously search up his name. But if we can get Jamal Shed, that would be huge. So Sharp Shed or Jamal Shed on a 1 year, he'd be the backup point guard, the new developing guy. Then this Silas Demery. So Silas Demery Jr. He does not go up at shooting guard, which sucks out. Would love for him to. And then hoping Deron Holmes developed, since the body level, all these guys developed. I mean, Jonathan Mobo's here as well. But I think we'll sign the three of these guys before we do anything else. So, or the four of these guys. So, welcome to the team, you four guys. So, Jamal Murray, Jamal Shed, Pickett for extra depth. We have Christian Brown, Julian Strawther. So, we need Strawther to develop. Bryce Sensabaugh and Peyton Watson. We need all these guys to develop. We have Aaron Gordon, Deron Holmes. We have Jokic and Okongwu. So now we're banking on is Deron Holmes' development for us to hopefully be him to be a rotational piece. And if not, we can sign maybe a Dorian Finney-Smith to a contract just in case. So minimum contract for DFS would be a steal. So take that, and then we'll go and play a progression, hoping for some progression, not downwards progression. So yeah, Jokic, Murray say the same. Gordon is, not going down at 30, which is huge. Okongwu's up 2. Christian Braun's up. Julian Strawther's up 3 since the ball progressed. Watson and Shed are both up to an 80. Only one going down is Dorian Finney-Smith, which is fine. Deron Holmes didn't go up, so maybe we should have included him instead of Zeke Naji, because I feel like Zeke Naji could have been the backup power forward. Oh well, I have faith in it. It didn't work, but it's okay. Damn, he didn't go up at all. He didn't even go up to a 75, just stayed at a 74. So, maybe he's a trade piece at the trade line. I definitely think we could, but he might be under contract for one more year. I really don't know. How long is Deron Holmes under contract for? So Deron Holmes is under the team option for one more year. So, okay. Jamal Murray, Christian Braun, Bryce Sensabaugh will replace Aaron Gordon in the starting five. So obviously we don't have a 6'10 forward, but probably have somebody younger that can perform better. Gordon, Jokic, Okongwu, Strawther. So the bench got better with Okongwu, Strawther, Shed, and obviously Watson will be the ninth guy. This team is actually really solid, man. I'm excited to see how this year goes. Obviously the bench got a lot better this year. So now obviously we're kind of missing a number, like a 3-and-D guy. Obviously we have, so probably Jamal Murray, Gordon, and Jokic are locks. I'm still debating if we should keep Christian Braun and Bryce Sensabaugh in the starting five. We make another move. I'm really tempted towards. How tall is Christian Braun, by the way? Because this will be huge. He's 6'6", so we could probably play small forward and some shooting guard. He's higher, obviously taller than Sensabaugh, but see you guys maybe at the deadline. We'll see. But we're starting off the season amazing. Let's keep it up, man. Nikola Jokic is your MVP. So, yeah, obviously, back-to-back MVP. The Boston Rookie of the Year. 6-man Anthony Simons. But we need to win a championship, obviously. We haven't won since the year 2023. So, yeah, we need – I was with a second seed. We're a way better team this year. We actually made some moves. That definitely helped us out. 66-16. The Mavericks who went at 58-24. So – player stats, we had about 28 from Jokic, 21 from Jamal Murray. It's 20 points from Jamal Murray. So obviously he's yet to really be like an all-star type of guy, but he was really, really good in his own way, and that's kind of all he really matters at this point. So yeah, we had 17 from Gordon though, but he is putting on a really good performance in his role. 17 points, 41% from 3. We had about 15 from Bryce Sensabaugh, so he has filled the Aaron Gordon role really nicely. So I debated about changing Jamal Murray for like a 3-and-D guy, above top-notch 3-and-D guy, but I guess you don't really have to do that. We had 13 from Strawther, 11 from Christian Braun, 9 from Okongwu with 8 rebounds and a block. Was he shooting good from 3? 31%, but he attempted a lot of them. We had 6.5 from Jamal Shed. So like I said, I don't know if he's a long-term option for our backup point guard, but he was here for a year, and I like to get somebody a little more efficient. That's the only thing about it. And Watson with 5 points, 37% from 3, and a great defense. We know we could play that. So we'll go 8-man rotation heading into the playoffs. That does kick out Peyton Watson, which sucks. But right now, that's what we got to do. So we got Utah in round one. So George, Harper, Laurie Markkinen, Filipowski, Kessler, Duran, Collier, Capella. So they have a lot of size. Game one, we're gonna take game two. They're eating it up. Game three, we're up 2-1. They eating up 2-2. We're down 3-2. We're really sweating at game seven with the Utah Jazz team, man. I ain't lie with you. If we lose, we might have a serious conversation about what direction this team is about to go in. But thank goodness we don't lose. We at least have to go to the conference finals this year, right? It sucked to lose in the second round as well. We got a tough team in the Timberwolves, so we lost this team last year. They had a Jeremiah Robinson Earl. He's averaging 16 points in the playoffs, and then I don't know how they got Igor Demon. He fell to 17. But here we go. Game one, gonna take. Okay, game two, we're gonna take as well. They're gonna take game three. Gonna take game four. They're gonna take game five, and we are gonna go to another game seven. So I guess the Nuggets is just made for game sevens because obviously they haven't won any yet IRL, but we've been winning some here in 2K. Dude, we almost choked the lead 124, 21 to 124. We're gonna win. Okay, 29 for Murray. He stepped up in the playoffs. Okongwu with 28. 23 from Nikola Jokic. So here we go. We're in the conference finals. We got Dallas now. So another tough team. Kyrie, Max Christie, Cooper Flag is probably, Dallas, doing his thing. This is going to be hard, man. So I don't know if we win this series or not. They're going to take game one. We're going to even it up. We're going to go up 2-1 huge. Okay. I'm simcasting this game three because we probably need every single game we could get. So we might have a hop in the game here to go to the finals. But win this game, go to overtime, we're gonna choke it, bro. 140 to 120. What happened to overtime, dude? We're really just that bad in overtime. Yeah, 17-5. Yeah, so we choked the lead and it just happens like that. So it's tied up 2-2 now. That would have been a crucial game to win and go 3-1 on this Mavericks team, but now this is probably where it ends. We're gonna unless we come back, which we do, but not really. Yeah, never mind. Gonna get blown out here. Okay. Now we need to force the game seven. Hopefully we could. I think we might be able to. So you keep this lead. Don't let up. Of course we let up, man. Of course we do. Like we were up by like 20, right? We had to be. Just don't let them take the lead and win this game. That's all I'm asking for. Is we don't. We go to a game seven now. Okay. Game seven and goes to the finals to play the Detroit Pistons, man. I don't know how to get blown out early. Yes, we're gonna get blown out. We make it close for a second. We just fall off again and lose. So 94 to 119. Another loss in the playoffs as we got the Pistons beating this team in 7 games. So we're so special about the Pistons. Cade and Fox are together. Fox had a really good season in Detroit next to Cade. Sar obviously. So I guess it was just Fox and Cade carrying the load. Saw and Hunter Tyson back there as well. But damn, another disappointing loss in the playoffs. I guess not only disappointing. That Mavericks team was good. It was nice that we forced them to 7, but we need to get better in the offseason if we need to beat a team like that. Because there's some really good teams here that we should be worried about. So Budenholzer hasn't done a bad job as the Nuggets head coach. We're not really fighting him. His batters are good. Not blaming this thing on him. I have a first round pick in this draft, but who was in this draft? So Stokes, yeah. Jokic declined his player option. Deron Holmes, we're gonna accept it. He hasn't played a single game for us or a game in his career, but we're gonna accept it and then probably trade him away. And then obviously free agency, we need to resign Nikola Jokic. So that's number one goal. Do we have money other than that? We don't. But Nikola Jokic obviously will be brought back. And then who's in the free agent? Since Saban and Shed should be nice qualifying offers, guys that'll come back. But Nikola Jokic, we have to re-sign him, so we'll do that as we are. I don't know, we might not be above the second apron by this point, but honestly, okay. Next year we have to re-sign Okongwu and Watson, but okay. So is there any maybe trades we need to make? So Murray, I know I don't want to trade him. He always plays good in the playoffs, but I don't know. We need to upgrade in some way. Maybe it's Watson we have to trade him. He's been playing pretty good for us. I don't know. I want to do something using Deron Holmes' contract, so I'm gonna see what I can do. I know this Silas Damari guy will develop. So that's something we should take note of. But I'm gonna see what we could get for Peyton Watson and Deron Holmes' contract, and let's see what he gets. So Davion Mitchell would be a better backup point guard than Jamal Shed. So I don't hate the idea of getting him and a pick swap in return. Gary Trent, Peyton Pritchard is interesting. Jalen Wilson, Hazen Newell, and Caleb Wilson. Dude, Caleb Wilson, these are two really good. Wow, why are the Hawks offering me this, man? Hazen Newell can develop. I know Caleb Wilson can develop really nicely, so that's interesting. Don't need a center anymore. Ball and connect. Okay, Wendell, Washington, McNeely. We're into some really young players, but I don't want to take a shot on the young player and doesn't develop. So if we decided to do this anyway, we'd have Asa plays. I don't know. I mean, they would develop really nicely off the bench. They'd probably be like an 80 plus in 2 years. But I don't know. We don't have time to wait 2 years, man. Need to make moves now. That's why I'm doing a first round pick in here as well. So are the offers going to get any better? Not really. We just like the same offers, but do we want to go after Davion Mitchell? I don't know. We might wait. I'm gonna wait, dude. I'm gonna wait to see how much some people develop, and then I'm gonna make a move using his contract. But we want to wait on day 12. So Sensabaugh, 1 year, 14 million. This is annoying because I want it to be more years. But we'll match it. And then day 12 is what we're looking for. Okay, is there anybody we can sign on day 12 that'd be a solid piece of this team? So it could really be anybody at this point. We need something. We could probably bring in. So Deuce McBride isn't. What about point guards? We definitely need more guard help. So Trey Mann, he can score the ball really nicely off the bench, and we can't get him. Looks like we have 5 million to spend, which is nice. Shed is here, but I don't know. I don't really. Shed was okay for even Chenzo would be great if we can get him for 5 million. If we don't no trade clause, we can get him. We're probably not gonna trade him. So maybe I know Jane Hardy could score the ball off the bench. That's what we need, but he's not gonna sign. Do we just re-sign Shed? Shed just come back. We call it a day. We can get DiVincenzo right now if we wanted to, but um. I think I'm going to sign DiVincenzo. We need somebody there. We can offer a no trade clause and get him. I'm fine with that. So DiVincenzo, is anybody else who can bring in just in case? What about Malik Monk, backup guard? We get Malik Monk as a backup guard if we offer no trade clause. We can't, but it's a little more money we probably could have got there. Cameron Johnson, can't get him. I'm gonna keep looking though. I saw like Corey Kisper was here, and I really would have thought he was interesting. Was he here? Corey Kispert. There he is. So we actually signed Corey Kispert on a deal. Never mind, the Bucks are all in on that, so we can't sign Corey Kispert. But DiVincenzo and then Shed Pickett. The reason why I signed DiVincenzo because I think we can possibly trade away Shed. So this Silas guy went up. I'm gonna see something really quick. So a long off season, but if we throw Holmes, Watson, and no, we already did this, man. What was it? It was Shed now, Watson and Deron Holmes. No, what was it? Hold on, dude. Shed, or was it just Shed? I'm gonna see if we can get for Shed and Watson really quickly. So, this young rookies that won't help us out. What about Shed, Holmes, and a first? Or Shed? Do we do Watson in a first? Do we put a first round pick in there as well? We did. So what was it? Was it Watson, Don Holmes in the first round pick? We get something better for that. I don't know. So a little bit better options, but nothing that I like by any means. Okay. I think we're gonna do this Denny Avdia trade. We trade away Jamal Shed, Peyton Watson, a first and a second for Denny Avdia. So this would relatively make our rotation better. Denny Avdia could come off the bench or start. So we get a really good player in Denny Avdia, and that's gonna be the big move in the offseason. So we'll hope that changes some. I don't really know. I don't know if it's gonna start come off the bench. The reason why I'm doing this is because our development hasn't been great, man. Shed didn't develop, or not Shed, or he didn't develop either. We didn't have nobody developing. Since the bot is going to stay as an 81 and never going to go up, that's why I wanted to act fast, but I'm still not done making moves, man. I still like an option we could possibly go after. So Jamal Murray, Christian Brown, Bryce Sensabaugh. So we want to start Avdi at the power forward, but I think move either Gordon at small forward or Avdi at a small forward. forward. Gordon goes to 87 at small forward. So, and Avdi only goes up one. And Gordon, he can play the two card too. I don't even know that, but Gordon will probably move to small forward since he goes up more. We're gonna need him probably to go up more because he's got obviously older than Denny Avdia being still 26. Kind of why I want to do that. So Murray, Braun, Gordon, Avdia, Jokic, any Gordon is not like he shoots bad from three, the 41%. Gordon, so yeah, Gordon, Avdia, Jokic, Okongwu, Strother, Sensabaugh, and then DiVincenzo will be the guy off the bench. I don't like him being the backup. Actually, no, he could play make off the bench too. I don't even know that, but all right. I still want to probably get him Holmes at the trade deadline. Well, that's why Sissoko now is an asset, so we can obviously use that as well. But I'll see you guys probably at the end of the season. So Jokic is your MVP. So at the end of the season, we finished off as the number 3 seed. This year we got Utah around. So they're looking for a minute. They're looking at 62-20. Why are the Pelicans so good? Okay, they actually have a good team. But here we go. Player stats at this point, we had about 25 from Nikola Jokic, 21 from Jamal Murray, 15 from Gordon, which I didn't end up extending him. Why not at this point, right? It's only in a 2-year deal, and it wouldn't really hurt us too much to the point where why not, right? So 12 from Denny Avdia, we had 12 from Christian Braun, 12 from Bryson Zabala, from Strother, 9, 7. So here we go. We're gonna see if we win a championship this year. So do we go? America's player, 8 best players. I mean, DiVincenzo has had a good season, but nothing crazy. You got Utah around one, say relatively out of the same team. They added Corey Kispert though. And Capella. So here we go. Game 1. Probably getting a simulate. We're down 2-0. Okay, can we even this series back up and lock in, or are we gonna just go home? We're gonna go home once again. Offseason, man. I was honestly angry. Mike Budenholzer is gone. I guess he's not a winning coach. I don't know. We'll offer JJ Redick something. We'll offer Nick Nurse something. Probably gonna get either one of those guys. At this point, Udoka has good ratings. Mike Budenholzer just had to go, man. Tried picking up for him a couple of years, but I'm done. So we're gonna sign Ime Udoka. He's the only one to sign immediately. I'm not waiting on anybody else. Ime Udoka, welcome. Thank you for signing immediately. Okay, no pick in this draft. So team player options. We have to trade Jamal Murray. Is he the problem? I'm honestly, I'll do it, dude. Jamal Murray, if he has to go, he has to go, man. Because I don't really know what we have to do. With Jamal Murray trade. Let's see. So anything really? How about can we get like a young point guard development? Because apparently his guy just isn't good. We'll have to better own trade. $57 million to overpay for him. But okay. I like the idea of that Atlanta Hawks, Dyson Daniels, he kind of be what I want, or LaMelo Ball. They'd be both upgrades. LaMelo is younger and he'd be better. Dyson Daniels is, like I said, a good shooter, an incredible defender, probably one of the best defenders in the league, and a great passer, rebounder. So I don't want Daniels or LaMelo. It's interesting because their contract matchup would be letting go of money here if we do this. LaMelo Ball is also making less money. No, Jamal Murray's making more money than LaMelo Ball and everybody. That's crazy. But who would I rather have, Murray or Daniels? Interesting. See, Daniels is 25. Defense becomes a thing, but I honestly think the Hornets wouldn't trade Murray unless Murray's an expiring. And is LaMelo an expiring? Okay, never mind. So Hornets wouldn't do that. So Dice Nails becomes more realistic. So if we can get Jamal Murray, Silas Damari Jr. in the first round pick, can I give me Daniels? It does. So thank you. Now we get Dyson Daniels. So I don't know why I'm saying thank you after they accepted the trade, but we'll see if he plays point guard or not. Abdia asked for $31 million, but I think we'll re-sign on AK Kongwu first. We can't lose him. So Kongwu, welcome back. Be the first guy we re-sign, and then Bryce Bobby the next guy. But make sure Avdi is getting offered, so we have to offer him something now. So 3 years, $29 million. He'll sign that. So Okongwu and Avdi on big deals. And Sensabaugh is asking for I cannot pay Sensabaugh $20 million at the moment. We can get rid of Holmes and Pickett for sure. That maybe save up a little bit of space. Their cap holds are gone. So wait on day 12 now. Sensabaugh will become expensive. That's why I wanted to pay him in that offseason there if we wouldn't have to deal with it later. Said he got a 1-year deal, which was annoying. But Cincinnati, how about can we give him the like 16 million for 3 years? 16.5 million for 3 years. So I mean, it's not really a 3 years. It's just money will go up every year. But all right, since the ball will be back, we'll have to see who's going to be our point guard. So I guess we could maybe keep Salas, Damari, or we can trade Schroeder or Brown for a point guard. We can do that. But we need a backup small forward, and we might need to sign a point guard for age just in case. So let's see. Mark Sears, we can hope he develops into something for us. So sure, Mark Sears, he accept the minimum. We'll wait on that. I don't want to waste it on him. So we need a backup power forward. We might even run an 8-man rotation, dude. We don't really have much depth anymore. So what about Jabari Walker? Jabari Walker, 5 million, probably could get him. Might have signed Jabari Walker call it a day. I would assume we'll move him to point guard. I don't hate that. Chaz Lanier. No, I don't sign somebody. Hold on. Jabari and Bryce Sensabaugh, I couldn't really find a good point guard we could sign, but we have this, and then what we could do is maybe trade Brown for or Strawther for a point guard. Either one, obviously, but we'll move both of them to small forward to see what we can get for them. Was the MVP again, but if you're wondering what we did, we went ahead and rolled the same roster the whole way. We didn't make a single move. We simulated the scene with Dyson Daniels as a point guard. He ended up being great. I don't know how he did it, but he went from averaging 10 points to 22 points per game. If he didn't win most improved, he had to win most improved, right? He didn't win most improved. No, there's no way. I'm calling it right now. If this dude didn't win most improved player, that would be crazy. He Kicks, man. Most improved to Dylan Mingo. How they go to a second-year rookie? 2K, you gotta fix this. Gotta fix this, man. That's crazy. It's absolutely crazy that Nails and win most improved player, but okay. By the way, he ended up being an incredible season. So that's a great trade we made for trading him for Jamal Murray. But I think this will probably be the last season, though. If we lose or win, this will probably be it. They want to roll a Sensabaugh and Strawther start. So I'm moving Strawther to small forward here. I'm going. They want to start. I want to bench Aaron Gordon, which I don't really get there. But I would much rather just start a guy like Aaron Gordon over Strawther. So I'm going to start Brown or Strawther, man, because I think it makes sense. I guess we could start Sensabaugh, but I like Strawther to be like a 6-minute guy off the bench and give us scoring off the bench. And Gordon could start and be like that. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. So yeah, I'm going to go out and start Julian Strawther. Bench Julian Strawther throughout the playoffs and start Gordon. So here we go. We got Dallas in round one. They've got even worse. They got worse now. They regressed, and we're still going to lose 5. I'm done. No, Ariel could be 35. We'll resign everybody, and we'll go on. Actually, I'm ending off here. I'm done. Hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys next time. Not how much more you could do. Nuggets are cursed, I guess. I'll never be able to win with them for some reason.